1:30 is when you walk into a bar or a VFW, and in that 30 seconds, you can already tell.
That guy right there is drunk, that guy's an idiot, and that guy down there knows it all.
There are programs out there beyond the VA.
Many nonprofit organizations. The Beer 30 Show.
It's the Beer 30 Show. Made by veterans.
For veterans.
Alright, thank you for the introduction once again. It's another Beer 30 conversation. Yeah, that's totally different from last week, so...
Yeah, it was I think that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we need to get that fixed, Todd.
We can shop that in, man. Let's work on
that fixed.
I like that applause, though.
On the show today.
You can do the applause, but you need to get that fixed. Cool?
Ooh.
2 scoops of hua.
What?
Ooh.
Need to get that fixed. So without taking any more time, everybody, thank you for joining in, listening in, either on our podcast or on the radio. Today we have a special guest. They are based here in Colorado. Not very many organizations of what she does are out. And the reason why I love Project Sanctuary is because to the date, every individual that has did a retreat with Project Sanctuary, 100% of those individuals will say no suicides. So that's the big thing that I wanted to talk about. And so we have Heather. I'm going to butcher your name because that's what I do. Heather, she is the founder. She's the worker. She is the face of Project Sanctuary. And thank you for being on today's show. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me, Joel.
It's Jeremy and Sniper as well, Heather. Thank us, please.
Absolutely. Three very handsome young men. So thank you for having me.
God,
and,
I wish I was still young.
Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. We feel we're dead sexy, but thank you for the compliment, handsome.
So Heather, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us what we brought you on here for today.
Shouldn't we tell her what we brought her on here for today?
Oh, she knows she knows what we brought her on. I'm just kind of setting it up.
Let's roll with it, son.
Yeah, I'm a civilian that took a big left turn in life, and somehow or another I ended up serving military and serving families, and I cannot think of a more deserving group of people to work with and dedicate my time and energy and passion. Honestly, when I recognized that I wanted to do something to help families, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just reached back to the veterans and said, what do you need and how can I serve?
And she realized she can't turn right.
Yeah, I can't turn right, no. Yeah, it's been that kind of a journey. Anybody in the nonprofit world knows that what you think you're going to do and what you end up doing usually is two different things. You got to be flexible, you got to keep focused on the mission, and just do what you can to make a difference and listen. We listen a lot to what the veterans have to say.
So, Heather, take us into some of these retreats.
Yeah, where's my invite? I haven't got to go to one yet.
Huh?
I love retreats. When do I get to go?
Your name just got to be put on the naming list, and that's the reason why I brought her on, is so that you could talk to her about it.
Yeah, they're putting me on the list.
Is there a tag, like a number you take at Walmart, and then you get to wait?
But only the sexy ones get to go ahead of the line. So
Damn it.
you guys,
Hey,
yeah.
trust me, I've already been to the front, straight and center, every time.
I better show up in drag then.
Yeah, we even have a special short bus these days. So
I lost my helmet. That's no fair. I lost my helmet. We were just talking about that a couple weeks ago too. The short bus.
Well, tell us about the retreats. What goes on, and what do you think the success of the retreats have been, in your own words?
Well, as you mentioned, we have zero suicides. So that's 1,900 individuals, over 550 families. And I think it goes back down to I'm not their mother. So we're empowering their family and their families, whoever they decide it is. So you can bring your wife, you can bring your battle buddy, you can bring a cousin, your parents, whoever supports you. That's who we want to see at the retreat with you. And through the 6 days, we do a lot of recreation, we do a lot of fun, campfires, classes, whatever these families need, and then we follow them back into their communities for 2 years so that we continue to advocate for them. So we're really empowering the family, giving them a break to stand back up on their feet and be the successful veterans we know they can be. So we just listen. What's going to make them come alive? What's going to give them hope? Who are their battle buddies? Who's that network that's going to support them? And I think that makes the real difference.
Do you have a support group if there's an individual that perhaps needs to be spoken to, psychologists or any type of medical support with individuals that perhaps need to be taken aside and spoken to if there's any type of disturbance by chance? Or
Absolutely, yes. So we have at least 2 licensed counselors at each retreat. Most of our counselors are also combat veterans who understand what's going on. The whole program's designed by a rec therapist so that we've got a nice balance of fun, and I keep the classes to 2 hours because I've got attention deficit. I can't sit still for 2 hours, so that's it. That's the max. Rest of the time we're riding horses, whitewater rafting, hiking, fishing, doing all the awesome things that Colorado offers. And then we have a social worker that follows up with the families or the veteran for the next 2 years.
Nice.
So we've got a great staff. And again, most of them are either spouses of veterans or they're veterans themselves. They're just good people that understand and really get it.
I had the opportunity to go to one of these events, and I was pretty close. And then my mother died, and Heather was a big reason why that night when Barrett stopped me with pills. Heather was one of the first people that I called, told her that I was having trouble. She wanted to put me in casts into the retreat, but then my mom died, and so I wasn't able to. So I haven't yet had the time to do the retreat. I fully support the retreat. I fully support the mission. Great organization. You know, to me, there's a lot of nonprofits out there.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I see is when I go and I look on the computer and I see like ALS, I'm not saying anything bad about any of these organizations that I'm going to get ready to talk about. I'm just gonna say the facts. When I see these organizations like Challenge Athletes Foundation or ALS or American Cancer Society, and most cancer research groups, especially that Susan, that pink breast, I don't know what her last, I want to say Susan B. Anthony, but I know that's
right.
wrong.
I was thinking
and you guys
the
are
same
going to
thing.
laugh at me.
I was thinking the same thing, Joel.
Okay, so anyways, but I know Heather, and Heather, all the money that they get, that goes to the program, kind of like the Buddy Bowl. Because I know Heather, she works another job. You're a nurse.
Well, this is my full-time job now, so I feel like I'm still nursing. I'm just nursing on a huge level so that it's spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. But you're right, we're still up in the high 80s, our percentage-wise, and I don't cheat. So when I send out fundraising, I don't call it education. It's called fundraising. So my auditors and my everybody, they say that I'm too honest, but those are real numbers. We don't have an office. This is my home. Notice I don't really have a wall behind me. There's no heat down here, so if I start chattering. But no, every single bit, everybody works from their home. It all goes back into the program so that we can continue to grow the program. We're in Colorado, Utah, and California now. I could just sit here and pat myself on the back.
You just skip
Nevada?
But just skip Nevada.
Go ahead.
Just go ahead and skip Nevada.
Oh yeah, we skip Nevada, and but
no wonder I don't know about
Colorado,
you guys.
But yeah, I might go back to Texas, but it's hot.
Just stay away from Houston because it's the armpit of Texas.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's
either way, listen, you gotta acclimate your body. You acclimate, you will acquire the desire to stick around and have a good time.
Yeah, garbage. I've lived in Vegas for 5 years. I've acclimatized. It's still too damn hot.
Well, that's your personal opinion, and you have the ability to change that opinion.
Well, I got the ability to move in a year.
Well, only you can make yourself happy. We love you, Todd.
Now, I grew up in South Carolina, so I've already fully experienced hot and sticky and bugs.
South Kakalaki? Nice. What zone you fly from after you got out of there?
Yeah, I ended up in Colorado after South Carolina and never looked back.
You hit your head and you got a traumatic brain injury as well, don't you?
I obviously do. Look what I do for a living. I think it's contagious.
Yeah, I tell you, a lot of people look up to Heather because I know that the first 3 years, because I had heard, eavesdropping that Heather has used a lot of her own money just to get this thing rolling now, and now that the program is getting rolling, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've made appearances. Go on Good Morning America.
CBS Evening News, People Magazine.
Yeah.
A couple of those. All of our local Denver news media. All those channels.
Okay, I thought it was Good Morning America. Maybe it was just a morning show.
Well, we can do that next. You got any connections?
XIM. You got to talk to public affairs. We could get you on there.
Okay.
And, there's no telling what could be the result. It gets greater publicity and marketeering situations. And if you want me to follow up on that, I see what the public affairs has to say regarding that situation.
She's been to D.C. A couple of times, talking to them and stuff like that. And that brings up my next question. Since they haven't asked the question, I'll ask: what's the timeline looking at? I know that the families, they don't pay for anything, and I'm not for sure if you even fly individuals in now. So you do fly individuals in. Okay, awesome. So what is the criteria for them to sign up for the retreats with their families? And I mean, do they have to have been to Iraq? Do they have to have been to Afghanistan? Could they have been in Korea, or I want to say World War II, but there's not very many of those.
Joel, but can we go with our primary care physician and get approval to take care of visiting you in a situation where we can visit for solely amount of civil situation? Well, that's not civil situation. What is it called?
I don't know where you're going, Jeremiah.
What I'm going for is...
do you want to stay and make your dinner or something?
Negative, son. Here's the deal. I want to know if our primary care physician... Yeah, I know, you're confused too, Joel.
I am.
We're all
I'm
confused.
trying to see it here. I'm like, dude, where are you going with this?
No, he's right. So, and I can answer that question.
Okay.
So you can sign, any family that feels like they could benefit from a therapeutic retreat can sign up online, projectsanctuary.us.
Okay.
And then, yes, we do get referrals from physicians, primary care physicians. The VA calls us. We even have commanders, because we'll take active duty and medically retired.
Okay.
So it's any family that could benefit from a therapeutic retreat. We're able to fly in 2 families per retreat. Now that's going to be a longer wait.
Does it have to be medically retired?
No.
Oh, okay.
Any military family that could benefit from. It's not a vacation, so they have to know they're signing up for a therapeutic retreat, and we're going to have counselors there. And they opt in as much as they want to. We're very respectful. They're grown-ups. I'm going to treat them like grown-ups. But that's why they're there. And generally, if they're on vacation mode, it's the other families that are there for services. They get irritated, not us.
Oh, yes.
We'll go through our wait list once a year and give those people that have waited the longest first opportunity to get in. But if one of my graduate families calls and says, Miss Heather, you've got to get a family in right now, I will get that family in the next retreat, because our graduate families know what these families are going through. They know what our program can do. And if there's a crisis, they get in the very next retreat. And if they can help, if they can help get themselves to a retreat, if they can pay part of their transportation, then that shows me that they're really willing to get there. That they have the right motives, and we'll work with them.
Fantastic.
So we'll do a partial transportation scholarships.
And what part of Colorado?
That's what I was getting at, Heather. Is if there's a main concentration on the community involvement with veterans, to be able to be more realistically out of their house and being involved with the community and taking care of action that soothes individuals' emotional side of the house and also physical side of the house for leisure activities that are taken on.
Mm-hmm. And then most of our graduate families, after they come through a retreat, they just can't keep coming back to the same retreat. I make them come back and volunteer. So those are the veterans that are cooking our meals and driving our short bus and helping with the activities and helping with the youth program. So they come back and they understand what we're about, and they want to see it succeed. So,
well, I know myself. I've been through numerous retreats. Well, not really numerous. I've been to 2 Jason Moon retreats. I've been to 2 Michael Meade retreats, and then I was an inpatient in Roseburg, Oregon, twice. So the whole of understanding where you're coming from, where people that are there in vacation mode, and people are there that actually want to take care of issues. When it comes to groups and stuff like that, I don't play around with stuff like that. So needless to say, I will be looking into your program, because I'd love to get out there and bring my other half with me so that she can, learn more about the stuff that I've been through and the stuff that I go through. She's been to groups with me. She hasn't been to any retreats yet, but that's definitely something that I'd like to do. Because out here in Vegas, there's really not much out here. There's really not, and it.
No, but they got a nice VA.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we got a nice brand new building, but POS providers. It takes 2.5 years to get anything done. So, but definitely, and then once I go through, I know there's a lot of veterans out here that if I went through it, and if I really got some good at it, I know so many veterans out here that could benefit from the same type of situation. So, yeah. I'm definitely interested. I'll be looking that up as soon as we're done with the show, actually.
Absolutely. Please apply.
Wow. I think that took your apply into 6 different forms.
And I'll do it. Okay.
Okay. All right. I will definitely get on there and apply. I think Joel's internet's a little slow, and your internet might be a little slow. That's why we're getting a little lag.
Thank you. That's what I was saying when we was doing.
Well, it's just yours, Joel. It's just yours.
Oh no, it's not not just mine. It's not just mine.
It is, Joel. You're the only
No.
one. You're the only one here with a fuzzy screen.
You can't see this.
You're the only one with a fuzzy screen, Joel. Everyone else looks HD.
Look, I'm the only one with a fuzzy screen because I bought a webcam in like 1990. There's a reason why it's like that.
Time to buy
It
a new computer,
works.
Joel. Time to buy a new computer.
Yeah,
Hey,
Jill,
on that comment, Joel, I can get you in touch with a service organization that creates happiness because your frustration will be cured by getting a support unit that can help you with getting a better.
Are you dipping?
Of course
Yeah, I
he's
am.
dipping. He's always dipping. So are you.
I'm not dipping. I'm not even chewing gum.
Here, listen.
Look
Aside
at
from
your
the
face.
comment
You look
of
so
my
sad,
foul
Joel. You look so
aside from the
jealous.
comment of my foul habit, can we get back on course, please?
Yes.
What I was going to tell you is this. The support of a service organization, though you may not experience it yet, they can actually assist you with a visual device that makes your comfort level feel better because you are projected of who you actually are. And I can get you that information if you'd like to hear about it.
No, that's all right, Jerem. Me and you
Why
will
would
talk.
you complaining if it's all right? You got
Because, dude, for you to explain stuff, you use $1.50 words, and we're going to be here all night if you explain it.
well. At least we know. At least we know who got the. At least we know who got
It's time. This is Heather's time.
I know.
Heather's time.
Hey, I know why I got an engineer degree in electronics and you do not now. Thank you.
Yeah, because you went in the Air Force.
Well, it's because we got brains to take care of your ass on the field.
Dude, the only guy that I know that goes to Taco Bell, I tell him to speak in Spanish. All I hear is grande dia, yo, da dia, all this other stuff. It doesn't even sound like Spanish.
Ya puedo
Okay,
hablar
quit
San
attacking each other.
Testamento, si
Quit
te quieres
attacking each
saber,
other,
no hay
boys.
problema.
Boys, calm down. Calm down.
Joel, I can
Come
get
on,
you into
Heather.
that retreat next time. we can work on some of this anger and some of the technology problems.
I mean, I need to get you to a masseuse, boy, because you need to get a relief situation taken care of.
So Heather, kind of walk us through the process of starting the 501c3, of what you need.
We already talked about all this, man. Ah! All right, go ahead. No, it's all right. Go
It's
ahead.
not that difficult. You can Google how to start a nonprofit. And there are books out there that are nonprofit for dummies. So if I can, as a registered nurse, figure it out.
You can't call
And
Joel
there are
a
a lot
dummy.
of
He's
people
going to
that
get
have
upset,
gone
Heather.
before me that are willing to help.
Heather, you can't call Joel a dummy. He's going to get upset.
No, I'm the dummy. I'm the blonde one.
And then I didn't know I'm a dummy. My parents gave me a how to fix your house for dummies.
Hey, and I'll tell you right now, Heather,
And there's no toilet. There's no toilet shit in there either because, hey, Jerem, can you fix my toilet? Sure I can. Come back after 2 hours thinking it's fixed. He's sitting there on the phone talking to somebody on how to fix. I'm like, dude, I thought you were a plumber. I thought I was too.
Dude, I swapped 2 toilets out in my house. It's not hard. What did you guys struggle with? Seriously.
Congratulations. We love you for it. Can you assist us? Fly to Denver.
I will be
immediately.
there. I will be there in August. If you need me to fix your toilet in August, I'll fix your toilet in August.
We know how he drives, man. We know how he drives.
Hey,
He
the DUI was
drives-
not my fault.
He drives with medication and people taking his bumper out. That's how he drives.
Heather,
I
it's a
can't
long
wait to
story.
put a new bumper
Basic
on
long
his
story
rear.
short, I drove to Aspen after competing in the Ironman out here in California. So I left California, drove to Vegas, switched all my gear out, switched everything out, put all my audio equipment, drove to Aspen. Well, I got pulled over at 6:30 in the morning, got a DUI, got my car impounded, all over pill bottles in my center console that I'm prescribed. And yeah, so now that's cost me $3,000 to get a lawyer to fight it. And so, long story short, that's it.
That's good because we've heard it before on 3 other shows. I appreciate you bringing it back up.
Hey, you
again.
brought it up,
But
y'all.
you know what? We
Y'all
love you
brought it
every
up.
day.
And we
You
couldn't
need a
leave Heather
hug?
in the dark.
Put your hands
We
out.
brought it up because you can't handle the truth.
Your mom said what?
How you doing over there, Heather? Are you having a good time? I hope you aren't frigid enough to have to go get your cold weather gear.
Heather's probably just laughing at us and keep looking at the time. Wow, I only have 20 minutes. It's
Are we
20
gonna end with
minutes
a
isn't
song
going
this
by
time?
fast enough.
Well,
Are we
no,
gonna end
she's
with a song
praying
this
right
time?
now,
'Cause-
son. She's like, listen.
This is a
boys
lot
and
like
girls.
our retreats. If we had a campfire, we would be at a retreat right now. where
No, I'd have
everybody
my
gets
guitar
along,
with me
everybody-
then.
Yeah.
I'd have my
Everybody,
guitar if it was a campfire.
Yeah, everybody razzes each other. We always pick on Navy until we have somebody from Navy and Special Ops show up. Then we have to calm
Oh,
it
they
down.
can still
but,
call him, still talk shit to him. Still talk shit.
but yeah, this just feels like home to me. So you guys just keep it going.
Well, we'll let you go here in a little bit.
Do you want to end with a song this time,
We'll let
Joel?
Heather go. Todd, do you have any questions for Heather?
No.
Okay, Todd's
Mine can
gonna
wait till they're
ask
off
one.
air.
This is one-on-one.
No, I'm
Todd,
alright.
do you have any questions for Heather?
I'm alright.
Todd, go.
Okay, guys. Gosh. No, I'm good.
I had a question, Heather.
Okay.
You heard a common innuendo you're describing in a situation of you're a blonde. If you want to hear about some blonde situations, ask my wife. She's right next to me on my right side, and she can tell you about. Though I may be a brunette-haired guy, I'll tell you what.
He's dumb as a bag of rocks.
I'm not going to bag of rocks. Yeah, thank you. Hey, at least I got some stones that do every now and then shine upon people.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
lost
we
me
call
on
that
that
a-
one.
My daughter's a brunette, but she oftentimes appears very blonde, so we call her a pineapple. She's brown on the outside, but blonde through and through.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, but in the end, you got to admit, Heather, they're sweet all the time.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
And just so everybody knows, I'm pretty sure Heather is single. So if there's any,
She says she don't cheat. And I said, well, what happened? What's with the ring? What's with the ring shadow on her finger?
No, I ain't nothing.
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Well, hey, Joel, I can get her over to my old man's church and see if there's any guys walking around.
there you go.
She
There
feels
you go.
and got to bow to God and say, Heavenly Father, bring me somebody for crying out loud. I've been waiting for so dang long. But we'll see if that actually happens. I can't give the answer on that one.
Yeah, put her on Match or put her on that new one. Most of the stars are using Tinder. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it again, and we're back to left turns or left swipes or right swipes. I'd probably get it all mixed up.
So, you know what? In the end, every single dating site, I've already been on several of them, spent a good amount of the benefits, but the company of the United States of America loves the beneficial events of American veterans saying, okay, this has to be a good idea. And I've gone out and done stuff for many, many years. And then one day I came up and I met my wife now, and my old man tells me, it's been 8 years and thank God you came here because this boy needs to figure something out some way or another.
Yeah.
Where
And
does
that's
that-
what our retreats are about. It's also saying thank you and supporting the spouses and the other family members that are right in there with you. Because if they're supported, then you're supported. And if they're doing well, then you're going to be doing better. And it's also a time for you guys to learn how to support your spouse.
No. So we get there. What are we doing the first day?
So the first day is usually a travel day.
Okay.
We get you there, we get you signed in, we feed you a really nice meal. It's usually smoked brisket or something like that.
Ooh.
We'll have a real quick orientation so that everybody can meet everybody. There'll be 6 to 12 families there. We let you go back to your cabin. When we're in Colorado, a lot of times in California, everybody gets their own private cabin. The next morning, we usually kick things off with a nice activity, whether it's hiking, fishing, tubing, get you out on a mountain, get you out doing things. And then lunch, and then we might go into a healthy marriage class, and it's based on recreation or communication, relationships, personalities. And then again, it's just for 2 hours. We'll probably have a nice dinner, campfire, game night. We'll do something at night. And we'll do that for a couple of days. We've added, so it's usually just 1 class per day. And while the adults are in the class, the kids have their own youth program so that they're also doing some of the similar things that the adults are doing and talking about communications and relationships also.
Are there age limits?
No, I don't have the ability to say no. So we take families with 6 kids. We take families with infants.
Okay, good.
And
Because I got a
sometimes
4-year-old here that is.
And sometimes
obviously the
even
same
grown
age as
goofy
Jeremiah.
children too.
Obviously, Bentley is the
Todd's-
same age as Jeremiah.
Todd's kind of new to this. Todd's kind of new to this world. He, as we talk to nonprofits and as we talk to people that have stories and stuff, he's learning that there's a lot of nonprofits out there that
There are.
that help.
And we work with other organizations, and I will not refer a family to another organization unless I've had personal feedback or I know for sure it's a great organization.
Well, here's one for you to check out,
as
Heather.
you said before, Joel, there's some out there that are a little sketchy.
Yeah.
And I won't do that to my families.
Yeah.
I get a little overprotective with you.
Heather, here's.
Awesome. Okay, Heather, once again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you guys.
Maybe somebody will listen to this and call you for a date now that they know you're single.
Hook me up, Joel.
And the biggest thing that I want to iterate is Project Sanctuary to this day is, as I think it's been going on for what, 6 years now?
Almost 8.
Almost 8. So in 8 years, out of all these programs, they haven't had one soldier out of that family that's committed suicide, and the number's 22, and everybody knows that. So, Heather, thank you for your service. I know you didn't serve, but you're serving right now, and thank you for being on the show. And
We'll see you soon.
keep in touch. All
All
right.
right. Thank you, guys.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Anytime.
Project Sanctuary.
Well, as you can tell, the music is playing. It's out of time. And Sniper. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next Sunday. Jam!
And I'd like to thank Project Sanctuary for being on today with Heather and her representation of everything she's described to us today. And it's an excellent time that we discuss this opportunity for many veterans. And we will see you another time and another day.
Todd!
See you later.
All right. Have a good one, everyone.